Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's me, Qari Faisal Shafiq, and you are watching Join Online Quran YouTube channel. Yes, listeners, in the previous lectures, we discussed some basic letters of the Holy Quran, and today we are going to start fourth basic letter of the Holy Quran. So let's start with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Okay, listeners, so you can see in this picture we already discussed in the previous lectures there are 29 basic Quranic letters, and Alhamdulillah we completed first 3 with detail. And today we are going to start this fourth basic letter, and this letter is very important. So we are going to discuss all about this letter today. Okay, listeners, so this letter is a fourth basic Quranic letter, and first of all we are going to read this letter. How you can read this letter with the correct sound, because mostly people read this letter with the wrong sound. So you can read this letter as like that without whistling sound. Mostly people are reading this letter with whistling sound like sa. So this sound is actually wrong sound. So the correct sound is sa without whistling sound. So how we can pronounce this letter without whistling sound? So let's see the point of pronunciation of this letter. So the point of pronunciation of this letter is by touching tip of the tongue with the edges of your upper front 2 teeth. So first of all you have to put your tip of your tongue with the edges of your upper front 2 teeth, and then you can read this letter properly. Okay, listeners, so you can see in this picture, first of all you will put your tip of your tongue with the edges of your upper front 2 teeth, and then you can start like sa. Okay, listeners, so you can practice this letter in front of mirror and must practice this letter again and again for a correct sound. And remember one more thing about this letter. So the point of pronunciation of this letter is by touching tip of the tongue with the edges of your upper front 2 teeth. In the previous lecture we discussed the point of pronunciation of the letter ta. So ta and tha, these both letters point of pronunciations are a little similar. So you have to remember, when you will read ta, you have to put your tip of your tongue with the gums of your upper front 2 teeth. When you will read this letter tha, you will put your tip of your tongue with the edges of your upper front 2 teeth. And one more thing we discussed in the previous lectures, there were 3 similar shapes letter. First one was ba, second one is ta, and third one is tha. We already discussed in lecture number 2, 3 and today's lecture 4. So you can listen these 3 letters properly, and you have to remember the shapes difference too. In ba there is coming only 1 dot downside the letter, and in ta there are 2 dots coming inside the letter, and in this letter there are 3 dots coming inside the letter. Okay, listeners, I hope you got it, all the things we discussed today. I hope you enjoyed today's lecture too. Inshallah, we'll see you very soon in the next coming lecture. If you think this lecture was helpful for you, then must subscribe our YouTube channel and must like today's lecture and must press the bell icon too for next coming lecture. So take your good care. Enjoy your day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.